Yo, what's up, y'all? I want to know what y'all know and how y'all feel about chakras, how you feel about meditation, how you feel about the third eye. I feel like these are pretty important things, but I want to know how y'all feel about it. Feel free to comment at any time. I don't like having the feeling as though I'm talking to myself. This is nothing but a good discussion to have. That's the whole point, you know what I'm saying? It's for discussion, to talk about things that are important. So I want to know how y'all feel about meditation, about chakras, about opening yourself to the spirit world. Ooh, the spirit world. It's kind of scary. I wouldn't say scary, but it can definitely freak you out on a lot of levels. But I feel like you'll gain more insight about things if you're having a discussion about them with somebody else who's interested in talking about it. You know, anything that you feel like is interesting, it only gives you a deeper understanding when you talk to somebody about what you feel like you understand or what you like. Once you talk about those things, you will begin to pick up stuff. But I want to talk about chakras, and channeling your energy, channeling your energy levels, making sure you're using your energy in the best ways possible, so your energy is working for you and not against you. It got a lot to do with, what to say, eyes are the windows to the soul, you know what I'm saying? It got a lot to do with what you seeing and what you hearing. So, what you seeing and what you hearing has a lot to do with like controlling your thoughts. Odd enough, right? Like, man, that ain't got nothing to do with it, bro. Like, you know, what you seeing and what you hearing got a lot to do with, how it's affecting your soul, your thoughts, all of that. So, I feel like the first step, to making your energy work for you, is this got a lot to do with how you ingest information. What type of information are you ingesting? You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm gonna give this example, but I'm just kind of making this up on the fly. I feel like the brain is nothing but, another stomach. You know what I'm saying? If you eat some foods that mess up your stomach, then obviously your stomach gonna hurt, and it's gonna let you know that it don't like that food. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with your brain. You know what I'm saying? If you ingesting stuff in your brain, you be trying to figure out why the hell am I thinking about this stuff, or why do I feel this way? It's because of what you ingested into your brain. It's about as simple as those type of things. But simple can become complex, or simple is complex in a form and shape. So I feel like we definitely need to channel your energy. You know, get out in nature. Enjoy the things that we have that were given to us, not the things that were created by us. You know. Not the man-made things out of life. You gotta enjoy that was put here for man to enjoy, not the things that were created by man to enjoy. You know, nature is one of those things. You got to get back in nature and get back in touch with yourself, man. That's pretty important. Now, one thing I've been noticing lately, you know, since I've been outside, is interesting. I'm not sure if any of y'all have ever seen a bird and a squirrel like fight each other, but squirrels and birds pretty much interact with each other all the time. Like, I'm watching a group of squirrels and birds commingle with each other, like going back and forth in communication. But that's beside the point. But you know, as far as like meditation, you know what I'm saying? Meditation is pretty important. You know, we're entering the spirit realm, or, you know, higher in your level of being. You know, people don't focus on meditation enough. They you know, when I first thought about meditation, I was thinking of I guess it was a frog or something that, you know, sits Indians down and makes a little makes that little sound. That's what I was thinking when I was meditating. But you know what? Come to find out, that little frog was trying to tell us something. Meditation is probably one of the most important things will helping you gain, you know, conscious, you know, cognitive freedom. You know what I'm saying? To free up your thoughts and start making your thoughts work for you and not against you, you know, because your thoughts are nothing but energy that you input out into the world. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna quote a book that I was reading. You know, we think about no, I think we become what we think about the most. That's the quote. We become what we think about the most. You know what I'm saying? So whatever you feeling or thinking about, that's what you're gonna end up becoming. You know, nobody's perfect, so you know, it's kind of hard to be thinking the whole time like, oh, I'm gonna control my thoughts and make them. No, I don't think it really worked like that, because at the same time, we all are nothing but humans, and so nobody's perfect. You know, we can walk around and feel like we're perfect or whatnot, but that's extremely untrue. So I feel like meditation, well, and since I've been meditating, I found that, you know, I've been having this sense of tension release, you know, where I don't feel like the world is borrowing against me. This little dog over here. I don't feel like the world is against me anymore. You know, I'm not stressing out about things that I can't control. You know what I'm saying? I'm not like freaking out in situations where I would have freaked out. You know what I mean? Meditation is just a part of it, but you know, this also has a lot to do with me. You know, just putting things into perspective, in a perspective state, and you know, just kind of gaining my own understanding on how things work for me. You know, so you gotta understand how you work. You know what I'm saying? If you get a deeper understanding, you know, by drinking 1,000 Cokes a day, it's gonna be terrible for your body, but you know, it's just whatever works for you. Nobody can tell you what works for you but you. But I'm just giving my viewpoint on the whole thing, you know. As far as meditation, you know, ingestion, you know, you're gonna get out what you put in. You know, people don't, you know, I talk to a lot of people about, you know, the things that we're supposed to be eating, you know, and things of that nature. You know, I talked to a few family members about what we should eat and what we're eating and how it affects our behavior. And a lot of times they hit me with, you know, some type of scripture, and they say, well, you know, God created everything on the earth, and everything is good that God created. They hit me with something like that. Then my brain just makes up this whole thing. Yeah, you're right. God did create everything on the earth. He created all the bad stuff too. So that doesn't mean that the bad things are good for you, you know. But, you know, as far as the yin and yang goes, yin and yang, you do need the bad to balance out your good, or you do need the good to balance out your bad. So you can't live your life without either one of those. But again, that's a discussion for another day. You know, I touch on that later at a later state. But at this point, I want to talk about, you know, how do you make your energy work for you? You know what I'm saying? it's gonna be plenty of times, where you're gonna be feeling like giving up. You know what I'm saying? It's as simple as that. Where you feel like you just can't do it. You know what I'm saying? And that's one of the things that you're gonna have to overcome, cause, you know, or I'm gonna wait until blah blah blah. I'm gonna wait until I get right here to do this. But it don't work like that. You know what I'm saying? I feel like we take a lot of time out of our lives trying to predict the future because we want to control events, and we can't do that. And we have to live right now in the moment, right now for what's going on. And I feel like once we live for right now, for what's going on, we free up our thinking space.